How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. This right here is the Renpho Morphoscan based 8 electrode body composition scale. This mix of features is what I really like in the scale. Number one, it uses batteries. The ones that are rechargeable has lithium ion batteries in it, and it's not user replaceable. If you over discharge those batteries, which might be the case because many times you leave these things sitting on the floor for many months, I estimate it might last maybe 5 years or so. If you get one that uses batteries, I would just replace them with rechargeables. It's the same thing. You can recharge those. And if those batteries ever break on you, you can just put in new ones. Another reason is because I like the actual metal electrodes rather than the ITO coating. ITO coatings can rub off if you stand on it enough times. So this form factor is a lot more durable. Additionally, the handlebar does not include a display unit, which makes it more expensive. One thing that's not absolutely necessary here is the display of the body metrics data on the scale itself. You could go a little bit cheaper and only have the weight displayed and then read all the body metric scale on an app instead. I reviewed a dozen of these 8 electrode scales and they're not very good at absolute accuracy other than the weight. The problem lies in that it's using impedance data across your skin to try to infer information about your body. It's making a very educated guess, but you're not gonna get absolute accuracy. The best way to use these things is to look at the data that you get out of this and then measure yourself the same way every time. For example, right in the morning, right before breakfast, with the same amount of clothes. And what these scales is really good at is the difference in measurements. For example, let's say your body fat is reduced. There's a very high certainty that really it did reduce. However, if it says like 10% body fat, it might not be 10% if you go do a full body medical scan, such as a DEXA scan. Another way that you can use this is take your body metric here, go get one DEXA scan, and then you can see how different it is from this scale. And every time you measure yourself on this scale, you can just subtract out the differences. That way you don't have to keep on using those expensive scans. You can just do it once and keep on using the cheaper version at home. Let me go back in the boxes and show you what's included and also test it out. User manual, 400-pound capacity, measures in increments of 0.2 pounds, uses 4 AAA batteries included. Quick start guide. This scale works with the Renpho Health app. Nothing else in here. Flip this over, pull this to connect the batteries. But if you want to replace the batteries, you can open this lid. Pre-installed with 4 AAA batteries. These are the lower energy type, carbon zinc ones, not alkalines. Put pressure on it and it'll turn on. This is an 8 electrode scale. 1, 2, 3, 4 electrodes, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your thumbs is supposed to go on this curved spot. Your fingers go over here. So you hold it like this. These will then use these electrodes to measure your body impedance. Pretty standard here. The 4 corners has load cells, which measures your weight. This one has a plastic backing. The top cover is made of glass and it uses these metal electrodes. Other 8 electrodes may use ITO, which is a clear coating on top of the glass. Both works just fine. It just changes the aesthetics a little bit. This is just printed on. It's not like a display that's showing Renpho or anything. Download and start the Renpho Health app. Select the plus sign on the upper right corner. It's a 8 electrode body composition scale, the second one. Step on the scale to activate it. It sees that it's a body composition scale R-MSC02. Select the plus sign on the right of that and it's gonna connect via Bluetooth. Successfully connected. Welcome to body composition scale. Let's look at the features. Segmental measurement, which means that it's gonna measure your body in segments. Your left arm, left leg, right leg, your torso. Comprehensive report, clear trend chart. Start exploring. Step on it to wake it up. Remember to use your bare feet and grab onto it. Hold on to the electrode and hold your arms at about a 45-degree angle. After a while, it'll start measuring your body composition data, and afterwards, it'll cycle through all the data. You can sync your data to Apple Health. You have all these different metrics that you can sync with. Not all of them are built into this device. In the app, you can comb through the data a little bit more carefully. It says I'm 141.8 pounds. It divides up the information in left arm, left leg, right leg, and the belly area, the torso. The top number is fat standard ratio. The bottom is muscle standard ratio. 100% is standard. If it's less than 100%, that means it's low. If it's higher than 100%, that means it's high. My left arm is 68.8% fat standard ratio. My right arm is 65.6% 5%, which means it's a little low. The muscle is 100.7 and 101.4, roughly standard at 100. My belly is a little bit chubby at 117.8%, and so on and so forth. That's how you read these numbers. You can set a goal. There's a comparison with the last measured weight, and then we can look at the body composition data here. Same weight appears as before. BMI is 21.5, body fat percentage 15.8, and if we select show more at the bottom, body fat mass, muscle percentage, muscle mass, skeletal muscle percentage, skeletal muscle mass, and it also gives bone percentage, bone mass, protein percentage, protein mass, body water percentage, body water mass, fat-free mass, subcutaneous fat, visceral fat. Visceral fat is not in terms of pounds, it's an index. I did a DEXA scan before and my visceral fat is around 3/4 pounds. So it's definitely not saying 3 pounds of visceral fat. Anything under 10 is relatively good. BMR at 1,539 kcal. Metabolic age, WHR, optimal weight, weight level, your body type is healthy. And we can drill into it even more. Limb data. Fat analysis in each arm, the trunk or the leg, muscle balance in each arm, the trunk or the leg. Now I'm gonna go back up to the body composition and select report. It kind of puts all this together in a nice report, kind of like what you would get at a doctor's office. You can download this and it gives me a score of 77 out of 100. Seems like nothing out of the ordinary. If you keep on measuring yourself with this app, you're going to be able to see trend data over weeks, months, or year. And you can chart each body metric point such as BMI, body fat percentage. And I'm going to scroll down. There are 13 different metrics that you can plot, including body fat percentage, because that seems to be a thing that's most tracked. It shows I have a body fat of 15.8%. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys are interested in getting this 8 electrode body fat scale, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.